In this video we are playing Find the Frenchies. So if you are a French Bulldog lover, this is going to be the game for you because of course we are finding all French Bulldogs. So starting off round spawn, thank you to the player page for putting in type Enzo. So I'm going to follow the herd here and type Enzo, or enjoy if you've got autocorrect on your iPad. So typing in Enzo, we get teleported through, and this is how you get the one in the trophy case at spawn. So I have ordered this video by location. There is an order list available in my video description if you do get stuck with any of the Frenchies, or please do drop me a comment. I'm always happy to help where I can. Each location though does have a timestamp to take you to the relevant area. This game is absolutely wonderful. There is a really great mix of challenge elements. So look how small that Frenchie is on the back of that board. I love it. There's also some harder ones that you have to go through sort of veiled entrances. There's codes, there's obbies. I've really enjoyed this game. It is just the right mix of difficulty. The maps are quite simple, but they're really nice. So yeah, definitely do give this one a try if you do like French Bulldogs or if you do like scavenger hunts. And what I found is that there's so much more that they could do. Like, I was expecting one of the flowers to be a teleport. Obviously there's not one with sort of flame or anything like that. So they can add so many more French Bulldogs into this game and into the map that they've already got. Love that one for the Marshmallow. I mean, that is tiny. I mean, you could put a teeny weeny one on the flower, couldn't you, really? I mean, I'm not an overly big fan of French Bulldogs. I know that they're really popular, but they're really overbred. But I find them kind of like snuffly, and like I don't like the breathing noise that they make. And also I do have a beagle, so I have to be loyal to the breed that I own. Although I don't think anyone's done Find the Beagles. I'm going to have a look. But it's not really a breed that you dress up so much. I haven't really seen beagles in costumes like I have done with the Frenchies. I might have to start a new trend. And if I can ask, if you do enjoy this video or any other from JudgementTV, if you can please help to support my channel by liking this video, dropping me a comment, hitting that subscribe button. Please, if you have not subscribed, I am so close to 5,000, I can almost taste it. Please help to support me get there and hit that subscribe button, and of course come back to see some more of my videos. Thank you so much. So going into house number 13, and I'm really surprised there wasn't a reflection, like a reflective Frenchie, but I do love the Mona Lisa one. That is really funny. And I love that they've made use of that against the map. The same here with the Frenchie Mug. It's something so easy to put in and also fill out the map area. I was quite surprised you couldn't go in any of the fridges to find some. So again, something for an update. You could always add in a basement as well. Oh, look at the baby Frenchie. Into house number 30, and they are really random numbers because they're not sequential, but you will find out why the numbers on the mailbox are important in a little while in the video. I hope for Christmas that they make the chimney a teleport, and then you can have Santa Frenchie. But on top of the tree, right next door to this house, you'll see that one apple on the tree is slightly darker, and this is a teleport through to the obby for apple. Now, if you know my channel, you know me, you know that I'm an absolute awful obbyer. So yeah, I haven't finished this one, so I'm going to come back, because otherwise I'm probably going to hoof my iPad. So I was looking and I fell the first time, and then my son was like, oh, it's the one on the left. And I'm like, how do you know it's the one on the left? And he goes, because it just is, I can see it. How? So that is obviously a bit of a troll, so you jump on top of the apple rather than the beam. So I'm going to come back and do that one in a bit, but that is the obby. That's how you get there. Lovely little teleport again, so just behind the plant if you walk over it. And we come into another obby, and this is for bad. I haven't finished this one either. Oh dear me, it's this bit. Like, the kill bricks are so small and I'm just keep stepping on them. So yeah, again, that's the obby through. Good luck, I'm sure you'll have no problems. Going in through the first failed entrance, and we have Bear. I was like, I've just literally walked through the wall and we find Daisy. So you will notice my numbers going up and down. It's because what I generally do in games is I'll come in, I'll find what I can, and then I'll go into the index and see where I've missed. So yeah, that will explain why the numbers are going up and down. It's not the order that I found them in. I have done it by location and slotted the videos into the relevant part to help you find where I am. Next to the cave is house number 26. Absolutely love the jump through the painting. This is what I'm saying about the range of difficulty. Bluey, there is a teleport, so I will do that next, so bear with me. I'm just going to finish off spawn first. So whilst we are here, we are going to do the cave. I was quite surprised they didn't have miner in here, but again, something that they could add. There was also only 2 sort of gemstone Frenchies, so they have amethyst and emerald. Again, you could expand on that with diamond, ruby, the metals as well, like iron, gold, silver. Then you've got sort of coal as well that you could add in here. So there is a code door. I will show you that next in a moment, but there is amethyst inside of the crystal. Again, you can incorporate some crystals to be a teleport. And then just round the corner from spawn, this is where you're going to find emerald. So back at spawn, there is a big clue, and this is for Midnight Frenchie. So let's go back and then look up. So you've got blue, green, red, white. So you could think, oh, I've got to click on them. No, you need to go ahead and count the number of each colour of crystals. Well, you don't, because I'm going to show you the code next, but if you want to have a go, that is how you do it. So going back to the code door, and the code you need to enter is 1927. And then you've got this lovely bit of scripting where the wall to the cave comes down, and then you can go ahead and go inside. So making your way, so I've started from spawn and it's just round the corner. So this is the area as soon as you see the lava. And we find Bruno. And then going up the ladder, we find Midnight. Love that, a lovely little addition to the game. Updates, do some more scripting like that because it's really, really nice. So as I said, we have got a Bluey area. So going to the side of the house and then touch Bluey. I think that's their house, isn't it? I mean, I've briefly watched it with the kids when they've watched it. I'm quite surprised that you couldn't go underneath the house. I think that might have been quite a cool area to hide one. But then going inside, and we're in like a school where I was expecting them to have a house. So I don't know if this is a school in Bluey. So you can see Bluey Frenchie in the kind of closet there, and it's trapped inside. So you've got random numbers around the room. You've got these random alphabet grids. So clicking on the computer, I love that again this bit of scripting, it puts your username in and so say password, and then asks you to put a code in. So I've got a feeling it's got something to do with the numbers, maybe a cipher of some sort. But going to number 1 and clicked on the wardrobe and it actually moves. So again, it was a lovely bit of scripting. So clicking on the wardrobe and look, it moves to reveal yet another alphabet code. No idea what I was doing with this at all. So after a bit of mooching around the room, obviously my son was here with me watching me play, we just decided to start having a bit of a go at the passwords. So logging back on the computer. So the first thing to do is to see how long we think the code might be, and luckily I'm so thankful it capped the letters off at 5. So given that we're in Bluey's area, we started to think what might the code be. So thinking, was it Bluey? And then thank God my son was here because he knows the characters. Asked me to put in bingo, and bingo! That was the code. Oh, I could love my son for giving me the answer. And we can go ahead and get Bluey Frenchie. Moving around now to the snow and pirate ship area. And this is just out the back of spawn. So we'll start off around the first half. Again, a very sort of plain, simple, very open area. I think there's a lot more that you could do with snow area, but maybe something for a Christmas update, I don't know. Inside the igloo, of course, we've got chili. And then just out the side here we do have an obby, but it is an ice obby, so I would just say my little trick for this is to jump, so jump and then jump again, and it just stops that skid. Or you can be dead pro and just go one to the other, but I'm always a bit more of the tortoise, so just jump and jump again. And then this happened and I was like, my number hasn't changed, but I've gone back to spawn. Did I die? And so I had to do the whole obby all over again. And this wasn't the only one that this did this on. So unfortunately, if you have the same glitch as me, the same bug, if it doesn't come up as the index and the badge, I'm afraid you're gonna have to do that obby all over again. I will say they do look dead cute, their little outfits, don't they? I'm going to have to start buying some costumes and doggy outfits for Bonnie. I am. I don't think she's going to like it too much, but we'll give it a try. Love the one hidden inside of the snow pile. And that is essentially it for snow. When I'm saying there's not that many, there really isn't. It might be nice to start having maybe some click ones. So if you've seen some other videos, especially like Find the Toons, you could have clicked on the bucket and then had a fisherman one or a fisher person one. That might be a nice little introduction to this game to include. So we have stripes inside of the pirate ship, so we're going to have to use the E-Dance 2 glitch in order to get through the door. And we have 3 and we can go ahead and get stripes. Again, love that one, a nice little difficulty one. And then we have the final one on the pirate ship, which is up on top of the mast. So very similar to Find the Angels, just climb the rope and then just jump across. And they're in the little rain mac look. I think they're expecting to get wet up there. On to the next area, which is just across from the pirate ship, which is called the Stone Mountains in the index. And we find Stone Frenchie. Maybe some of the French Bulldog owners have a statue exactly like that instead of gnomes in their garden. So just to show you where the islands are, and also did miss Lifejacket Frenchie there. And then picked up Shark Frenchie on the way over. So I could technically go inside and climb back up again, but you also can climb the vines. And this was lovely. So the fire here is actually a trampoline. Very unexpected there, but this is how we go across in order to get Lightning Frenchie. And look at that, again, a lovely bit of scripting. You see the lightning storm. I think that's brilliant, a lovely addition. So again, updates, carry on with that styling. I really enjoy it. And then we can go ahead and go across. I love Floatie Frenchie just chilling out in the pool up there. Although I do think that would have potentially been better in beach. It would have made a little bit more sense. So for Minion, there is a little banana just tucked away. So again, just walk over it. And this was another one that didn't give it me. So I had to go back to Stone Mountains and go back again and complete the obby all over again. But luckily this time it actually gave it me. And then back to Stone Mountains again. So we're just up where Floatie Frenchie was. So there is a banana in the grass. And this is where it throws you a little bit. So they've been a bit cheeky on the index, because for Bat it says cave, but it's not the cave that you're thinking of. Technically, would I call this a cave? I don't know. Just found that little walkway in there, and that is where you will find Bat. So again, for this game, it's one of those where you're just going to have to check every wall, check all the areas. Because I walked straight past this. Look at the drop down, because it blends in so well. And then we are going ahead to get Glitch. So just making our way through. And having that zoomed out, that shift lock cheat view is always handy, because look what you can see outside of the map. So again, we're going to have to go ahead and use the dance glitch. Out we go. And then it's just a case of walking round. On to the next area now, and this is the dog park and Overgrown. So we have Gavin, This one I sort of found by chance because you just saw that truss. This is where I'm saying check every wall. The shift lock view is going to help you, and that is Ladybug. Had I not seen that truss, I may have not found that one. And then going into the dog park, I absolutely love Cookie Monster. That is probably my favourite Frenchie of the index. I absolutely love it. And if they're like my dog at all, they would absolutely be a biscuit or Cookie Monster themselves. I love the fact that it's a human inside of the dog kennel. So for the water one, it says in the dog park you actually have to press the cold water and then it makes this one appear. So again, I love that interaction. I love that you press, the water comes out and then the Frenchie comes out. So please do some more updates like that. I love the little interaction bits. So you can see there is a code door out the back of this area as well. So I'll just finish off collecting the Frenchies here and then I'll get on to do that. I love Little Red Riding Hood. I think I would have too much fun dressing up a Frenchie. So love the hidden Squid Game mask in the corner. So yes, this did take me more than one attempt to get the right combination. So just follow me down the bridge. Luckily you don't go to spawn when you die, you just went to the start. So at least that was a bit of a bonus. And we get the 456 Frenchie. Love that one. I hope they do tie in some more kind of TV programs or movie characters because I think that would be awesome. We have Giant Frenchie on top. So for the code, do you remember me saying that the mailbox numbers were a bit odd, that they weren't sequential, that they were sort of all random? This is why, so take a note or don't because I'm going to show you, but it's 27, 30, 13, 26, and that is the code that we need to take across to Overgrown. I love that it's so in your face. The code is there, you just have to put 2 and 2 together and join the dots why those numbers are there. So it did take me a little while. I thought the code's got to be around somewhere, and then I remembered the mailboxes. And again, you've got this lovely hidden path. Just be mindful of the jumps. And again, a lovely bit of scripting for the block to be removed or the door, and then we can go ahead and get the Frenchie. So the next area we're going to is Mushroom. So don't forget to look in the little river and we find Mermaid. I was sort of hoping you could have gone inside one of the Toadstool homes, but not yet. We do find Bob down the back of the one Toadstool home. Chocolate Frenchie on the wall there. I wonder if they'll do a Candyland, but like you've got chocolate and lollipop here, haven't you? One up on the billboard. And then the harder ones come. So some of these, like Daisy, I found by chance just by checking the walls and walking down all of them. And you've got this really sneaky drop down. And this is in order to go ahead and get Bunny. So we'll just go back out and I'll just show you again where that drop down is. So Toadstool, you can see Desert, and it's just there. So you can see I'm just checking every wall, because when it says mushrooms, you can't find it. This is what you've just got to start resorting to. And again, another drop down, and that is Mouse. Now, I'd say that's like second favourite. That is really sweet. I don't know why I love that Frenchie in that costume. In the latest update, Mario has been added. So we've got these series of tunnels and pipes. Again, I think this is really nice addition to Mushroom. And then we get taken through, and it's almost like you are playing Mario with that side view. I really wish they would have added some lucky blocks. Maybe one of the, you know, the little turtles that goes past, or the plant. So the next area we're going to is the maze. But on the way to the maze, we do have just out the back between Desert and the hedge garden, these series of blueberry bushes, and this is where you will find Blueberry. You can see mushrooms to the right, hedge gardens to the left. We also have one on the road, and that is so cool. It's the Uber Frenchie. We have Artist, and then of course don't forget to touch the paper for drawing. Very clever, love that one. And then we can see the entrance to the maze. So we have police, and in we go. Now, this is like a proper maze. I got turned around in this maze so many times. Look, it's just like one little area, one tunnel off after another, but we have found shades. I don't even really think that my usual kind of handy hint of following the one wall would help. We'll come back to the prisoner once I've been around the entire maze. See, look, it's just sort of like endless turns, and that one went right the way around in the circle, which confuses me as well. And there were so many, we're back at Shades again. There's so many little areas, and I'm like, surely that can't be it for the maze. I was kind of hoping it was, but it wasn't. And this is where trouble starts, because I just aimlessly start wandering. But we did find Cowboy. Just. And the thing is, I don't know how many Frenchies are in here, because I yet haven't looked at the index. We find our next one, which is Roxy. You find Chucky. Okay, I like Chucky. Oh, very funny. They should do a whole line of like Halloween themed ones like that. Very sneaky when you could walk past, which is the light, the neon light on the wall there. You could have missing poster, because like me, somebody could easily get lost in this maze. I'm really sorry, I have no idea how you're supposed to follow me through this maze. I can only apologise. But that finishes off the maze. So we're going to go back to the prisoner. So when you talk to the prisoner, it says, help me, and they're asking to collect 5 bones. Oh my god, this was an absolute nightmare because they don't even give you a clue where these bones appear. Usually they'll say 1 in spawn, 1 in desert, blah blah blah. So this did take me a long time to walk around and find them, but it's going to take you all of 2 seconds after watching my video. So the first one's in the corner of desert. The second one is in the dog park. And it's just by the corner here. That's really what I was looking for, was like the little finger pointer. One down the chimney in spawn, and it's just that middle house. Where we had the snowball fight area, there is one inside here. About the only one you can actually see the bone quite clearly. And then a really sneaky one underneath the bridge. Once you've completed and found all 5, the bars are removed, so you just need to go ahead back to the maze and go and collect the prisoner. Just again, totally forgot how to get to the prisoner. I'm so bad. And with that, we are moving around now to the next section. And this is the hedge garden, so just down from the maze. Molly very sneakily hidden inside of the stairwell. It's a shame they haven't got farmer or like a farm. And then you've got sort of like all of like the costumes, like them dressed up as a cow, as a pig, everything else. I think that'd be really funny. We've got a lovely little rainbow obby here. Luckily not overly complicated. I managed to do it no problems. But then don't go anywhere from the rainbow just yet. The unicorn Frenchie would be a good one on top of the cloud, like underneath the rainbow. But if you drop down from the rainbow, you can hit Rosie on top of spawn. And then we're just going to make our way back to collect the rest in the hedge garden. Harold with the little swimming cap and goggles on. Some of these are just really funny. Do you think these dogs, I mean obviously some of them may be dressed up in AI, do you know what I mean? They've just added on the accessories, but like some of the dogs that actually get dressed up, do you think they sit there like, I hate my life? Not again, woman, what are you putting me in? With the centre one here, again, you can have a veiled entrance drop down, and then you could have sort of an underground theme. Imagine a Frenchie dressed like an earthworm. But in the corner we have a star, and this will take us across to the planet. Again, super easy. The only thing that was missing is a spaceship with a Frenchie dressed as an alien. I can't be let loose for the find the game because I just laugh at my own index. I'd have so much fun creating an index, I really would. Onto the beach now. So the beach is literally again just by the entrance to the garden and the maze. And again, it's really small, but do you see what I mean when I said Floatie would have worked really well in the water there? Obviously you can see the pirate ship and the stone mountains there. And then just underneath that pier where Frog is, and there's the beach ball you saw me just land on. You can go ahead and get Crab. That one's so cute. I want some more in costumes like that. We have Squid or Octopus. It was a shame that the buried treasure didn't do anything. And that is it for the beach, and we are moving around now to the city. And then where the roadworks are, we drop down and get teleported, and this is to Devil. I sort of like that. It's sort of like, oops, we dug too far. Again, an obby for me, that is. It's nice and easy. We have Sasha being very good and crossing the road at the zebra crossing. A real letdown to the city is that the kind of buildings here aren't furnished. Again, it would have hid the Frenchies a bit better, and it's just that finishing touch for me. It almost feels like, oh, we'll dump the building in and then that's about it. I love to see those furnishings, that finishing touch, and then of course you can add more Frenchies in. It's just all empty, all plain, all bare. And then you've just sort of got the Frenchies sat in the middle of the room. It's just a bit disappointing. And then we have what feels like an endless staircase up to this one. I'm quite surprised that Superman wasn't a jump off the staircase, because imagine if you didn't hit it. I would cry. Superman is over on the other building, which I will go to in a minute. You can just see it on top of that red one there. It is just endless. But eventually we get up to Angel. I'm not sure why that's a teleport. I like the sewer, I like the styling of it. It's very small though, there's only one Frenchie down here. Again, possibilities to kind of expand that. Imagine if you had the Frenchies dressed as the Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles. Is that right? Is that the right order? You know who I'm talking about. I hope that they do some rework in this area just to start filling it out a bit more. It seems a shame to have so much available and not do anything with it. And let's have a look at the difference in the shops here. So you've got Brad outside, but then we come into a supermarket and it's like the worst supermarket ever. There's like one row of shelves. You know, get some more produce, get some shelving, make it feel like a supermarket. You've got a lovely freezer that you can open the door. Get a teleport to an ice cream themed one. I mean, I could just imagine a little Frenchie dressed as ice cream, or like in an ice cream sundae glass. I think that'd be so cute. Again, there's nothing in this building, but we've got a Frenchie here. You could make that a clothing store, a tech store, anything like that. And then look at the difference when you go into kind of the beauty salon. It actually feels, at least I know what building I'm going into, and you've got them sat interacting sort of in the map and the chairs like they are having their hair and their beauty done. Again, you could have cars in the parking lot and have a Frenchie driving it. You could have one like actually driving around the map, so you've got to stop it in time and jump in. See, the cinema's very good. The cinema really feels like a cinema. I love the kind of moving screen and the curtains. Was thinking one was going to be hiding behind the curtain, but it wasn't. And you haven't got too many Frenchies that are in a kind of career. So I know we had police, but where's sort of like chef, firefighter, I don't know, traffic warden. There's loads. Like, carry on with that theme with the kind of occupation costume, because I think that would be a really good little theme for these Frenchies. And then into the final building. Again, look at the difference. At least I know I'm coming into an office sort of area or a kind of work building. When you come in and at least there's a little bit of furnishing, it makes the place feel so different. I love the employee of the month. Whoever thought of that one is a genius. Oh, that really made me laugh. Again, you could have had one on the kind of magazine. The model Frenchie. But then you come upstairs and it's empty. Like, you did the first 2 floors, at least finish off the last one. But you do have a sneaky little one there. Now I was thinking, do you jump across? But then thought, how are you honestly going to get there? So we're going to go ahead again and use the Dance 2 clip. And we get Lisa. I don't know why that one's technically easy. I don't think that's easy. I think that at least warrants a medium. And then, as I said, the Superman one is on top of this building. And as per usual, I've got to try and go the most difficult way possible, haven't I? I was starting to think it may have been sort of invisible platforms, but then just clocked the truss on the side there. And there we go. That was a lot easier. They've got to do some more superhero costumes as well. And then just before you get to the city between Snow and the city, you've got a crowbar on the floor. So this will take you through to the builder obby. And again, I love the fact they've used all kind of like the workman tools. Into the next area of desert. And again, this is an area that's sort of really underutilised as well. There wasn't much here at all. So that is really random to go from sort of the Pyramid Temple into Hello Kitty. I love the Hello Kitty area. I think it's really good. And this is one where you have to find the right door in order to get through the glass. So follow me and I will take you through the correct path. That I'm not going to make you watch me go through these glass trial and error style. Luckily, I've got a fairly good memory to remember which door I went through previously. And there we go. And then back to desert. It is slightly annoying when you do some of these kind of obbies and it takes you to spawn rather than taking you back to where you were. There's a lovely kind of obby off the side of the map here. That is a little bit bizarre that Cactus is actually underground. I would have thought potentially Pharaoh or Mummy or something like that would have suited a bit better. And we have Sandy. And then the only other one, again, it's really sneakily hidden. So it is off the map side again, so you can just see the little bar there. And then it's just a walk through to get this one. I should have really gone into first player to do this, but... And that is Ellie. And then the final area of the map, and this is the newest update area. So this is the castle and the village. So for the castle, we just have to get across, just time the tidal waves before they hit you. So it has actually changed. Now they've added village in the last update, and there's actually 2 tidal waves you have to time. But you will see that when I go to the village next. Again, it's such a shame that this room isn't furnished. Like, when you see some of the different castles, I've seen this castle before time and time again, it would look so much nicer with the tables, chairs, suits of armour. They have banners up, they have torches, and it really makes a difference to the feel of the area. Again, it's really empty down here. You know, you usually see sort of like barrels and boxes, and I think I've seen meat hanging up in one of these before, cupboards. The only one down here is made. So we can go ahead and make our way back upstairs, and this is to the first floor. Again, no furnishing, no bed, no drawers, no nothing. And then we can make our way up to the very top of the castle. I'm sure there's got to be a Frenchie dressed like a dragon that could be added in this. But Princess is at the top of the tower. And again, you've got other characters you can add, like Jester, Queen, Prince. We've got Duke, so you can have Duchess. So Duke is over there on the back, which was really confusing because I actually searched the entire castle and got frustrated, and then just saw him at the corner of my eye. And there's a lovely transparent bridge over, and we can go ahead and get Duke. So the only other area that is left is the brand new village. So this is where I say you've now got the 2 tidal waves, and we've got the bridge over to the village. Just timed that one wrong. I stopped. Just got out that one. The well has been added, so I don't know why they haven't added one to there. That might be a nice little teleport or a drop down. And again, although the village has been added, there's not that many Frenchies here yet, which is a shame. And again, all of the buildings aren't furnished. Most of them aren't really utilised. There's no Frenchies kind of in these ones. I do hope that they make more use of the map that they build. You've got a market, you could have a nice little jousting going, do you know what I mean? It's very much of that kind of medieval theme to this village. I'm sure there's a Frenchie dressed as a horse that you could put in one of the stables. Instead we do have Philip. And then these buildings we can't go inside at all. Again, you've got the doors there for the basement. I hope they do something with that. I've got a feeling you may be able to go into this one because it's the only one that's lit up. And there we have it. So just want to say a massive thank you again to I Love Cherry Blossoms who came on to say hello. And if you would believe it, they're in Australia. I was on in the evening and they came on at 6 o'clock in the morning. But they really made me laugh. Oh my God, I see her. Stop Judgment. Obviously, I was playing. I wasn't looking at the chat. I've got to say the secret words to make her come to me. Oh, so what people say on the chat really make me laugh. But they said, one last thing, fans tonight, Judgment will steal the moon. So thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.